as a community, everyone stepped up and helped one another. We saw neighbors helping neighbors again. We saw businesses begin to innovate as to how we can produce these goods or how can we provide this service. They had to innovate, and they did that.
Well, and that's the unique thing about us. There's 12 different townships. Everybody has different needs. Our citizens have different needs, and so we're nimble enough that we can adjust to what it takes for our residents and our citizens.
Just a couple weeks ago, we had 3 businesses that applied for downtown revitalization, and they were awarded $212,000. Our downtown, I just drove by just yesterday, and there's not one storefront that's for sale. They may be closed and renovating, but we had 3 businesses that took advantage of the revitalization. New roofs, new heating, air conditioning, new windows, and just to help clean up the town. And I think that's impressive, a small town like ours, that we don't have empty storefronts.
We had someone new buy the strip mall, Justin Kuhn. They put in Amanda Lee's Coffee, the Mexican grocery store and diner. It's gonna be a beauty salon. We have a barber shop there, headquarters barbershop. And there's going to be a restaurant. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a pizza place or a breakfast and lunch restaurant. We're working on our new firehouse. We should be able to move in by May or June. We've got the outside is finished. We're working on electrical right now and the firewall that we're putting up. We have acquired 2 grants for the new water tower that's going to be up behind the new firehouse. This firehouse is the size of our whole village office and the firehouse now, so we have a bay for each unit that we have now instead of one of them we don't even have in service right now because we have no place to put it here.
Well, we have a lot of plans, and we're developing plans, and we're improving upon those plans. Plans have been under development for probably 10 years now. And you know what? It's time to move these plans from planning into engineering and fundraising and start to develop our riverfront. We've done some pretty modest things along our riverfront the last couple of years, just cleaning up the riverbanks, and people can drive down streets now and actually see the river. There are times, I had somebody say to me, I didn't even realize if you drove down that street that you could see the river. And once we cleared the riverbank, people say, wow. But this week, we're gonna be meeting with a company and showing them something that not a lot of people have seen for the Gateway Park in the 100 block of Clinton Street, just south of the Purple Heart Bridge. That little project in itself is very, very exciting. And as we develop that park, it's going to be exciting for our community. But quality of life has to be one of the big priorities that we have here. But we don't lack for projects that are in some sort of planning. We just really, pardon the sports comparison, but we've got to bring things in across home plate.
And we've got the park down here that we're putting in the new splash pad, and we want to make it like a picnic area too, and do some other things with it. So you could go down there for an afternoon and just have a picnic, hang out. The kids can do the splash pad, they can do some games, the basketball court, and really update the park. Council and myself feel that if you have a nice area, park-wise and town-wise, that we'll have extra people wanting to come in. And we have had a lot of requests for houses. Where can we get a house in Nay, or can we get a house around Nay and stuff?
A year ago, we bought a 60-acre plot of land at the edge of town for a water field. And I just found out today that we're getting a $480,000 grant for that project, put in new wells. Well, the lucky part is there were 20 acres of plotted land ready it's got the street named LaBar, 54 lots. They're 100 by 125 deep. So we're going to put that up for auction probably in the next couple months. So we're hoping to help recoup some of the money for the well field, but also take care of a shortage of housing, which we have in Hicksville.
I've been mayor now 5.5 years or thereabouts, and when I first took office trying to deal with blight and things, for the first couple of years, Erica, we were tearing down more homes than we were building. And the realization came, we've got to start replacing these homes if we want people to live here and be engaged in our community, work here, play here, all those things. And so we've made a real effort. And I truly believe that today we are very, very close to having some real residential development. And I don't mean a house here or a house there. I'm talking the possibility of a couple new subdivisions. And that is really, really exciting for me, because there's a lot of people that don't live in Defiance. When you ask them why, they say, because I can't find a house. So we've got to create some housing opportunities.
We have had 3 or 4 houses built out in our housing addition out there, and we're looking at selling some ground down in the CFA area. We're waiting on the surveyors to get it all surveyed right now so we can get it up for sale.
We did get a new home built last year in May that's really nice and built on a couple lots, a house that was torn down there and stuff. So it is happening, but it's, not a fast rate. But we do have, I have a lot of calls on saying, hey, is there anything in Nay, or can we build someplace or what? So, and we're looking at possibly some ground outside that we can run our water and sewer to effectively without too big a cost, and having a subdivision or something come in also.
I think the future's bright. Every township, as I look back over the 20 plus years I've been in township government, and I look at where we've come in the last 20 years, it's mind-boggling where we probably will be in 20 more years. And no, I don't think I'll still be a township official, but every year, every township works really hard with the assistant of the county engineer to work on our roads. We've got roads that have more traffic than anybody ever dreamed of, and so some of those are pretty major projects, but the townships, the trustees, the county engineer, we've come up with some really good plans to help strengthen those. And then also, we've got a lot of land and we've got a lot of people. And as you could imagine, our biggest industry is agriculture. I don't see that changing anytime soon, but we really work hard to work with our ag industry. We've got both large and small producers, both in the grain sector and in the livestock production. And I think there's some real opportunities there for the future to just further everything. And just like everybody, we look to expand our tax base. And if that's by industry, if that's by housing, as I said, we've got a lot of land. Some of our areas have water and sewer. So we've got some real opportunities coming forward.
Well, we have a nice industrial area here in Sherwood that people don't even know about. And we would like to get it out there that it's there if we could find some businesses that would like to move in. It's over behind Red Line Equipment off of State Route 18. It's 33 acres. It'll be close to the new water tower. The new water tower is going in up by a little reservation station.
Industrial Park was constructed around 25 years ago, and the councilman, as before I was on council, set up land for jobs. We would give away 5 acres if you would build a small factory, and I forget how many employees, maybe 10 or 15, but we would donate the land for you to build. And right now, I think we have 3 5-acre lots, 15 acres. But on the end of the industrial drive, we have extended it all the way to Route 49. Before they had, big trucks had to go through town, but now they can go out to Route 49 and hit Route 2. They'll kind of bypass the town. So hopefully there's around 40 acres on one side and another 40 on the other that could be developed. But the streets end, we don't have the water and sewer in, but we're working on that right now.
Well, what I've probably been involved in economic development in Defiance for 15 years or so now, and during that entire time, seeing how economic development was involved. It used to be you could take a piece of farm ground, put up a sign and say, available for development. And then that wasn't good enough. You had to have it all planned out, and then that wasn't good enough, and then you had to have the roads built and the water and sewer lines in and all the other infrastructure. And now that's not good enough. Now we have to have all of what I've just mentioned, plus you have to have buildings in place, because everything is real time now. Folks want these buildings right away, and that's what I'm probably the proudest of, is that we are beginning, as you said, to build these buildings, and by the middle of this year we'll have buildings available, ready to move into, and that's important.
My name's Ron Jones, and have the privilege of being the mayor of Hicksville, and most days I feel like I'm a cheerleader. You know, keep employees and the people of the town, encourage them, but again, I feel like a cheerleader.
Hi, I'm Tom Vance. I'm the mayor of the village of Nay, and I enjoy making Nay a better place to live.
I am Mayor Jack Stantz of Sherwood, Ohio. I love being mayor here because our community supports us well. Everybody is friendly. We love each other. We take care of our community. We're proud of our community. We have support from everyone here.
Well, I'm just the mayor, Mike McCann of the city of Defiance, where friends, family, and rivers meet.
I'm Ted Penner, president of the Defiance County Township Association, and we look forward to working with the CIC and the Defiance County Commissioners to develop and expand economic opportunities in Defiance County.
Again, which was very refreshing. Church groups stepped up and did all sorts of good things for the community.
Okay. Okay, give us the spiel.
Okay. I am Mayor Jack Stantz of Sherwood, Ohio.
I'd like to thank the Academy for this opportunity and Wurlitzer Productions for a job well done.